We have some big elections coming up in Wisconsin, a round of recalls in June, and then the regular elections in November that will determine control of the state legislature and who represents us in Washington. Much of the public discussion around these elections has been framed around the question of whether or not it's working. A reasonable question. But what does the "it" people mean when they say it's working or it's not working? Most people mean it in terms of job creation, and jobs are certainly one of the most important challenges facing the state. But as child advocates, we have a more fundamental question to ask. Is it working for kids? Wisconsin's state government has made a lot of significant changes in the past year. Some of them represent big shifts in the values and priorities our state has always cherished. Let's take a look at a few of those changes and ask whether or not they're good for Wisconsin's children. In the past year, we've seen a huge reduction in the state's investment in our public schools. Across the state, students are being asked to learn in bigger classes with fewer courses to choose from. Wisconsin has long been a national leader in making sure that nearly all families have access to affordable health insurance through our highly successful and cost-effective Badger Care program. But recently, we've seen major changes in the program, making it less affordable and making fewer families eligible. Many of those families will end up putting off doctor's visits until they are sick enough to wind up in an emergency room, which ends up costing everybody more in the long run. Dramatic cuts in state funding to our technical colleges mean fewer opportunities for people seeking the skills to launch a new career after losing their job to the recession. Changes to our child care policies are threatening the quality of the care our kids receive while their parents are at work, and making it harder for providers to do what we know works best to help children develop into healthy, successful adults. The list of big changes goes on, and while many important investments are being scaled back, corporations and some of the most well-to-do households in the state have received new and expanded tax breaks. These tax handouts were given in the name of creating jobs, but few, if any, jobs have been added in Wisconsin over the past year. So taken together, is this set of changes working for kids? You be the judge. As the elections approach, please ask the candidates where they stand on children's issues, because many of them won't talk about these issues unless we make them. And when you go to the polls, please vote for candidates who will step up for kids. For more information about children's issues, please visit our website, read our blog, and find us on Facebook.